In late 2014, mining companies with current or past involvement in the gold mining industry came together to form an industry working group to look at issues related to the compensation of and medical care for former and current mine workers with occupational lung diseases. These companies say that they want a sustainable and comprehensive solution. But what will this look like? What does it mean? And why do they want it? So, what is the role of the working group?
The intention of the working group was to get all the gold mining companies particularly, and there are other mining companies that have joined that, to try and look at a solution to this, holistic solution. It wasn't really about claimants or lawyers or anything like that. It was really looking at the practicalities of putting solutions on the table, getting the various brains together and being able to work together to be able to try and solve this problem. The idea of the working group, of course, wasn't to look at the whole class action. That came a little bit after, particularly in the gold companies. The CEOs have really got together quite well and looking at control of silicosis. And then it's also to look at the future and say, you know, if we look at the future, shouldn't we have a compensation system that is equitable amongst the different industries and particularly different mines? And so there's one compensation system which is acceptable to all, both the government departments, obviously the companies, and obviously the individuals.
What does a sustainable and comprehensive solution look like?
You've got claimants that have suffered, and those injustices need to be addressed in a way that those individuals are fairly compensated. So it's a matter of finding a funding mechanism and dealing with a large volume of people in a way that is affordable and is continuous and sustainable. It's got to work for the industry or the companies. You know, you can arrive at a settlement that is completely uncommercial and it closes down industry. We lose jobs. That's not smart.
Is this good for claimants?
It provides certainty from their point of view. It provides speed and it provides access to compensation faster. One doesn't say that the court process will not provide it, but court processes tend to be protracted, long, and it takes a long while for potential decisions to come. And here, in a consultative manner, you can resolve disputes in a far more amicable manner.
Tell me why it's good for companies.
Creating the silicosis working group is a very important step in dealing with silicosis in South Africa. We have a lot of legacy issues to deal with, things of the past that we have to deal with. We have to resolve them, and we have to resolve them speedily, and we also have to resolve them in an applicable way. As a working group, we can actually get together, we can work together, we can find the best practice, the leading practices out there, making sure that we actually deal with dust underground and deal with silicosis underground, you know, as a group. And for that, we can actually interact with one another and make sure it works well. A way forward must be found.
You say this is also good for industry stakeholders.
It's good for other stakeholders like the trade unions because they will see that there is a sustainable solution for their members, which is what they've been fighting for a long time. And I'm pretty sure that they would like the outcome if we can come up with something that's reasonable and fair to everyone. For government, they've been struggling to work out how to pay people with benefits that are sitting in the fund but they can't trace. So I think they're quite keen to make sure that the money that has been collected through the dust levies over many years actually finds its way to the right beneficiaries.
Are you confident that a way forward can be found?
That, to me, it gives us a very strong basis to say that, number one, we are confident that a solution would be found, and secondly, that we would be focusing our energy not on necessarily a court process, and we also think that we'll be able to restore trust, to our former employees, to our current employees, and also to our future employees, and also finally to all of our shareholders. At least they would have a better sense that there is, number one, certainty, there's clarity on this matter, there's a very clear direction of travel on this issue going forward.
Where to from here? It is clear that a lot of work has been done and more still needs to be done. It will take commitment from all parties to take the process through to a conclusion that is both comprehensive and sustainable. The working group is not trying to minimize the challenges faced by former and current mine workers who are living with silicosis. What the companies are working towards is a workable solution which offers a fair outcome to past, current and future employees, and which enables the industry to continue to contribute positively to South Africa's future.